Welcome back to another episode of Unicorn Garage. I am the original very own Unicorn. Today's episode, we're going to be doing something just a little bit more basic. A basic engine flush and oil change on your 2013 Mazda 3 with the 2-liter. Let me get into it. Thanks again for watching this video. If you can, go ahead and give me a like. Give me some comments, share the video, subscribe to this channel, or if you're on TikTok, follow me. Thanks again. Okay, so this is just going to be a quick how-to. Your first step on any oil change, you got to pop that hood open. Usually there'll be a release inside the cabin, some sort of pull tab of some sort. 99% of all cars. Definitely on this car, your 2013 Mazda 3. Your next step you're going to want to do is pop your oil cap off. So, contrary to popular beliefs, you're going to want to actually put engine flush in your dirty oil before draining it. This one is great. You only have to run it 5 minutes. Some of them will say 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Always check the instructions on your bottle of engine flush. But this one, you just pour it straight into the pour area, and we're going to run the car for 5 minutes, and then I'll check back with you when we actually get to draining the oil. After you're done filling the engine with the engine flush, put the oil cap back on. This should be an obvious step, but if you've never done an oil change or a flush on a car before, I'm going to mention this step. Okay, so the next step on this engine flush here is you're going to run the engine for 5 minutes. You do not rev the engine, you do not increase RPM on the engine, you're just letting it idle for 5 minutes for the cleaners to do its thing. Let's go ahead and make sure our car is in neutral and let it run. I'll check back with you in 5 minutes. Okay, now that we've ran our flush for 5 minutes, we're going to go ahead and remove the oil cap once again. And we're going to proceed from here to jack the vehicle up, because you're going to want at least some height to get under the vehicle. I don't care if you're some little kid, you're not really going to be able to slide under a typical passenger car to get to the oil filter. So you have to jack it up. Let's go ahead and do that real quick. Okay, now that your car is jacked up, you're going to need to get a few tools to complete this job. But it's only a few tools. First, you're going to need some sort of drain pan. Next, you're going to want some sort of claw wrench. I recommend this style claw wrench, not a like hand claw one. You want the one that goes on the socket because you'll want it for the clearance for this particular model. And last but not least, you're going to need a 17 millimeter on some sort of ratchet. Let's dive under the car and show you what that's all about. So this might not be the same for all Mazda 3s, but generally there is an access hole here for the filter, and if you go just past it, you will have the oil pan. So I'm going to show you how to take that filter off here, and I'll get the oil draining. Okay, now that the filter has drained, go ahead and take it the rest of the way off, and you'll probably get a bit more draining out when you do. That's why I definitely recommend doing all changes with gloves. We're going to go ahead and let that drain out here quickly. While it's doing that, I'm going to be prepping the new filter on the side. So one thing you always want to do, there you go, is make sure you have the old gasket still on the old filter. You do not want to double gasket your filter. That's where you've left the filter gasket ring on from the previous filter and you attempt to install the new one. When you do that, it's gonna leak. But if you make sure that the old gasket is on the old filter, you won't have that problem. So yeah, go ahead, take your new gasket, and you're just going to lubricate it with a little bit of the used motor oil that is drained out. And you're going to go ahead and put it on like so. Oops. Come back here. Put it on like so. Now when tightening the filter up, do not use a wrench. Use a rag. And with your strongest hand, you're going to want to go as tight as you can wring it by your hand. And that should guarantee a good seal with your new filter. And then while you're in there, go ahead and wipe it down, because it might have got a little oily as you're putting it up in there. Let's move to the drain plug. Alright, so you got your drain plug right here. It's going to take a 17 millimeter. You want to give yourself enough room to give yourself enough leverage to break it free. This one wasn't too bad. Just like on the filter, if you can, you want to try to let it drain out a little bit from the drain plug first before letting it all pour out. There you go. See that nice little drip there? Go ahead and let that drip for a little while, and then when you're ready, pull the plug. Alright, so as you can see, the oil is just slowly dripping out now. You can go ahead and start threading your drain plug back in. If you got a new washer to install, go ahead and install it. I don't in this case, so I'm not going to install one. Go ahead and get it as far as you can, hand tight at first. And now, unlike the drain filter, the oil filter, the drain plug, you will want to actually tighten here with a wrench, but just to it snug. You don't gotta go kamikaze on it full Goku strength. Just go ahead and get it decently snug, and that should be good. Alright, let's go ahead and lower the car back down, and I'll bring you into the next step. Okay, now that the car is back down on the ground, you're going to go one ahead and put your funnel back in the oil fill area. And this car is going to take 4.5 quarts to fill up. I know they don't put the full 5 quarts in these bottles, so I'm just going to use the whole bottle for the most part and let it eat. Now's a good time to take a peek underneath the car and make sure no oil is immediately pouring out. If it is, you didn't tighten things all the way. I'm not seeing any additional oil come out, so I'm going to go ahead and put the oil cap back on. I'm going to go ahead and run the engine here for a little bit. So just like before, you're going to want to go ahead and let it run for about at least a minute or so. Not the full 5 minutes, but you don't want to rev the engine. You don't want to put unnecessary stress on it. You just want to let it idle and pump the oil through the system. Alright, we've built oil pressure. Now that you've ran the engine and you've made sure the oil cycled through, you're going to want to go ahead and pull your dipstick, wipe it, put the dipstick back in, and now take a look at your level. I'm right here just above the 2 dots, so we're plenty good to go. I'm going to call that a successful oil change. And hope this video was informative, helpful, or maybe even entertaining. Whatever it was for you, tell me what it was for you in the comments. If you liked it, if you didn't like it. I need the engagement. I'm the original Very Old Unicorn. I'll see you in the next video.